Hey everybody! Welcome back, Northern Lion Plays Chess. I thought we had two very well-played games with minimal blunders in the last episode, and a lot of creativity. Let's see if we can keep that going against Fred McIndoe. We're going to play the accelerated London system here. I'm just confused. What if you do this? Take. Does my bishop get trapped? I feel like the answer to that question is no. So I'm going to play e3. Why e3? Well, of course, there's a piece of me that's hoping he plays that to try to trap me. And then I put him in check, which is not mate, but then he's forced to go there, which seems... And now it would be checkmate, which would be hilarious. This seems like, I'm just going to be honest with you, that he's another kingside castler. I feel like we've run into a queenside castler. I feel like we have run into a queenside castler here. So I'm going to play knight to f3, which compromises my previous way of playing this. I don't know. He seems pretty locked in his own spot right now. So I think the next thing that we would want to do, we've got plenty of time. It's a common chess mistake, not that I'm an expert. Why let him determine the pace of play? I think this is kingside castle, queenside pawn storm. We don't need to play at the speed that he wants us to play at. If he wants to play moves in 2 seconds, because, you know, in England right now it's like 7 p.m., he's off from work, maybe he's had a couple Boddingtons, so be it. Now, I will say he's done something, normally you're like, this is the NL special. Dunka, dunka, dunka. I don't like it as much here. The reason I don't like it as much here... This is a beautiful thing. You're not going to think it's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We take this pawn. I don't like it here because he hasn't castled here, so we're not getting anything out of his king side. Okay, so now he's actually made an incredible move. He has blocked in my bishop over here, which was going to get the fork. So we're probably going to lose a piece. And this has the potential to escalate quite badly. This actually seems horrible for me. But let's take the time to work it out, okay? We take. He could push. There's so many lines here to consider. But if he pushes, we take. We could take. And take. And take and take and take. Take. I mean, I think we got to do this at least. And then now here's the extra problem, right? Like if I do this... He does this, I got another piece under threat. So where are we at? We're basically tied on material. What if I take here? No, it's kind of bad. I don't want him to like leave that knight out there. That's the thing, right? Because like we do have this now. You know what we can do? Oh no, that doesn't work. I was like, take here. Thread and mate in one. But now, like, our bishop is no longer trapped, actually. Because it can actually take here. So we want to get, I think we want to get this safe-ish. And if we have to trade, we have to trade. We want to get that safe. I actually think this is surprisingly not that bad. I may be incorrect in that assumption. So now, like, this is under attack. We knew that could happen. What do we do with that? Well, if we take here, he's just going to do that. If he took with the queen, we'd be in an awesome position, but that's not what's going to happen. I think, believe it or not, check this. But then this guy, okay. There is a part of me that's like, and I mean, we're spending a lot of time doing this. But what if we, like, this is insane, but check this out, okay? Take. We're down a piece. Check. No, I don't think it's good enough. I think we got to play a little bit more cowardly. I think we got to play a more cowardly game, unfortunately. What about this, though? Okay, so hear me out on this one. Take, Take. Again, can't be done. What about this one? Take, 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 take. She told me her name was Billie Jean, and she caused the scene. There's something about me that loves this move. And I know we're burning clock here, but... because it's just like, okay, go ahead. You take this. What happens next? Nothing of value, to be sure. So I think it might look something like this, at which point you'll probably take and take. And then you take here. I would take here, presumably. Or maybe I would just go like this and then take here. I don't know. Basically, what I'm trying to say is if you want to get goofy, let's get goofy, dude. He takes my rook immediately after this. I am a fool. And yet, here I go being a fool again. Yeah, so out of all those lines and burning 5 minutes of clock, I still did not come up with any sort of solution. Interesting. Here's something I don't mind though. So we're down 1 point, and soon to be 2, because we're never going to protect that piece. This is under threat. Like, I actually don't think our position is that bad. What if we... because in the future, we have a lot of stuff at our disposal. Check this out. Check. Literally, that check is like a blowout to start with. Okay, so let's start there. We're probably playing a little too fast. If he plays this, you just take him, because he's not going to take with the knight. So he has to go here. Once he goes there, there's a lot of interesting stuff, right? Credit to him, by the way, for figuring it out so quickly. You think about a couple of things. Like, for example, what about check? Well, that's bad. What about check? He can go here. Do we have a good reply? Yes. We can go here. Check. If he takes... you have to feel like if he takes the knight, it might be checkmate. I don't know, man. I think we have to send it. Just send it and enjoy your life here. He can't go here. He can't go here. He can really only go here or here. And if he goes there... okay, so he's done like a little pseudo castle. That's cute. Of course, there's an element of like... take... like, you might think that we enjoy it. One thing I actually quite like, what about this, okay? I don't want to take pieces off the board because we need to attack. Well, you know what actually I like right off the bat is I'm like, how do I get my queen to thread in this spot? Because like, if I go here, I'll just be taken. But like, how does he stop mate in 1 here? If we go here, he takes. Or not takes. If we go here, threatening mate in 1. He does this. How do we get out? I don't think we have quite enough. And I really want to finish this thing. I'm like, what if we go here? Okay, maybe he goes here. Or maybe he takes with the bishop. No, so let me. What am I talking about? I go here. He takes with the knight. I take with this. He must move his rook. Okay, dude, check this out. He won't take with the knight. He can't take with the knight. Because if he takes with the knight, I take his queen. Am I insane? Like, I feel like I'm playing very badly, but creating beautiful things. He will move his queen here. There's a part of me that's like, okay, so he goes there. He's still not going to take. He really doesn't want to give this up, which is acceptable, right? Like, understandable. Do I go here now? What do I do if... what does he do? What do I do? What does anybody do in this situation? Do you think he would take here? Personally, I don't know. I find it very scary for him. So I think we do this. Okay. I mean, we're basically, like, we have 2 minutes left on the clock. Essentially what this has come down to now is, like, is he going to lose and die? And if the answer is yes, then sick. And if the answer is no, not sick. Extremely not sick. We're going to lose, like, our odds of losing this game are insanely high. We're light on time. We're light on everything you could ever imagine. Like, I wonder if he goes here, am I just blown out? Do I have to make a play to get elsewhere? Do we try to do something like this? He's got double stacks there, right? That's the thing. Dude, with 1 minute is not enough time for me to solve this problem. I think what we do is this. Because then you're like, oh, but he gets this for free. No, he doesn't, because he loses his queen in this trade. So I think we just do, and time is so tight. So we're just trying to escalate. Now it looks something like this. I resign. I got lost in the sauce, Fred. You were a good sport. I clicked good sport. Great game. I'm going to be honest with you. I think we had a positive position up until the end. I just got too lost in the attack. I can feel the negative emotions rushing through me right now. They actually, from here, they think that we had a plus 14. Oh my God. Despite being down on material, they think we had a plus 14. But it's a fun exercise, okay? How do we puzzle our way out of this one? This is where you just think, okay? I'm not looking at the move. Queen to e6 I can't believe we were up by so much, dude. How do we, because I know that there's a checkmate in here somewhere. I don't think it's that. Oh, it is that. Okay. So you're forced to take. At which point, our next most forcing move is this, which they consider it to be 24 points up. Oh my God. Really? I mean, were I them, like, don't you just play that? They consider it okay, but they're still down by 70 points? And then what do we do? Like, where's our blowout move, dude? It can't be the take, right? Like, that takes us down by 67 points. Oh, that would have changed the game completely. And then, no matter what they do to respond to this check. Like, this is bad, because this becomes mate. So instead they play this, and then you pin the queen. We puzzled it all out. We got so close. We gave up material in the right situations to create a beautiful thing, and then it just fell apart at the end because we kind of ran out of time. We did burn 8 minutes of clock trying to get into that favorable position, but anyway. Okay, like this is what? Not a common move, f6. Anyway, so we're still doing good moves here. They're like, great work. Oh, they want the check here instead. That would have been interesting. So what if we do this? They're forced to do this, which is just, like, it keeps them locked in badly. I don't know what we do after that. Like, we probably just come back to, like, here, for example. Oh, you take d5, of course. Take d5. They start pushing you back. We probably just fall back. Oh, okay, they want to take, and then you'd swap queens. And, like, yeah, you got a superior position. You're up by a pawn. This pawn's under threat, so you probably just take it. No, you'd play... Oh, because you need to block g2. Okay, so clearly I'm not seeing things that well, but, dude, I'm still pretty proud of that game. They're like, that's not that good. That's decent. Good move. Okay, so we got a little quieter for a minute here. And then this is where it all went. It all went sideways. They're like, great move. You're up by a rook. You took a pawn, you're up by a rook. Okay, they're like, good reply. The only response, I think, that doesn't get you, like, completely blown out. Good move, pin the knight. They're like, okay, now you got a discovery. We gave up a pawn and a half here, but still. Good take. Good take. That one was where I thought we got bodied, but actually they're like, you made a terrible mistake. Oh, they want. Oh, dude, you're absolutely right. Hold on. We respond with check, which we should have. I think we did it next move anyway. They have to do that. It's the only way out. No, really? The best move is c6, and then we take? And then they move anyway? No, they take with the knight. Really? Anyway, so this was a wild game, man. I'm going to say that that was probably like an engine move. Okay, so they're like, this is a terrible push. That's a great move. You got to go. Great move. We're up by 9. This is where things got interesting. You got the queen's under attack. You take it there. You take it there. You take it there. And this is basically where the game ended. You take it there. And we resigned. But anyway, I mean, it was a very fun game. I really like that. Like, there's almost like a level. Good luck, BB Caprice, by the way. Good luck. There's a certain level, like in the comments for chess, people are like, "Oh, I wish NL took it seriously." Like, this is me taking it seriously. We're just doing it in a different way. Like, just because you may lose some material to generate an attacking position doesn't mean you're throwing the game. And we don't do it in every circumstance. We're not like, oh yeah, throw our queen away for a knight just to see if it'll work. You know, when we see that we have a moment, we tend to try to take that moment. Now I'm like, dude, what the heck do I do here? Can I run something by you? Here, take, check. Oh. It's cowardice then. Okay, so they're blocking the check here. Do we exchange? I'm a little worried about how open the queen side is if we exchange. Honestly, I think I'd rather lock you in tight. Moved a lot of pawns. That's my first thing I'll say about this right now is I have moved a lot of pawns. And we got a problem because like the bishop, if we want to castle kingside, the bishop has to develop, and the knight has to develop, but they can only develop onto like their own squares right now. You know what I mean? So I think we go knight e7. We just accept that this time it's going to be a bit of a slower game. It looks familiar, right? Like, have you experienced a game like this recently? The answer may surprise you. I definitely think you can get away with queen to b6 and then force a move here. I don't know if we want to pull our queen away from this side just yet, but why not? Let's force them to give us some tempo. Maybe they play something like that. We are not going to castle kingside. Sorry, we are not going to castle queenside. My mistake. You know the knight's coming there next. Our queenside is just too easy to destroy right now, I think. We could always fianchetto instead of playing bishop to e7, but I'm not convinced. I think we want to play bishop e7, kingside castle. And then we're hoping at some point, yeah, okay, well, actually things are getting a little spicy. We could always trade bishop for knight if they do this. Maybe I don't mind. Maybe, and of course we could always just go there as well. So for now, I think this is a nothing burger. I still like this as well. I mean, if I have to. It wouldn't be my first priority. But if we have to, sure, why not? Actually, I think I'm increasingly of the opinion that that kind of stinks. Yeah, I'm just going to tell you, like, right out the gates that I hate our position, I think. But I don't know. I don't know if I hate it as much as I, like, hate the enemy's position, to be honest. Like, we'll probably lose this pawn. But I'm not totally convinced that I actually care. I am a little worried about this, okay? So here's... Originally, I was going to go here. Obviously, that falls apart. I could go here, but if I take... Then they push. Okay. Not amazing, right? Because they've got the discovered attack. Let's walk it through again. We got tons of time. Here, take, Danka. Push. Queen goes elsewhere. Probably just right here. Oh, no, then it's a fork. Queen goes elsewhere. Is that bad? It gives them pretty good center control, and then they probably just push us down. We could always just fall back, but we don't really accomplish anything with a fallback. Like, this knight's not going anywhere. Here, I'm willing to lose position here in order to open things up a touch. It also reinforces this pawn. Now, we pay a heavy cost for that reinforcement, but... You know, our opponent essentially chose a closed game, and then we're just endeavoring to give them what they want, I suppose. Okay, I mean, if you want the pawn out of this instead of anything else, then by all means. Now, we can castle whenever. We could castle after they take here. I think this knight is not going to accomplish anything. I think you trade knight for bishop. And then I love this. I don't care if we lose that. This pawn, like this structure here, to me, it looks like it's going to die at some point. And then we castle. You take, we knew that was coming. And now we have this beautiful, like genuinely beautiful open file here that we can start to stack up on. I also don't mind, like, this knight is scary for me. What if we do this, right? Like, we're still just going to stack up here because, like, at any point we could also do this. Obviously the queen's there, but we could threaten that pawn. And then if they stack up too much here, like, let's not get too technical, right? But if they stack up here, what if we do this? You know, like, it's not very good yet. Let's be realistic, but things can change. Either way, I think I don't see our opponent as having great attacking moves here. So I think they're probably going to push me in, which is okay. I accept that as the cost of doing business. I probably don't want to go for the double file here, but like this and then having to take is pretty terrible. Then these pawns are in a great spot. I think instead we just do something like this, and then we try to get our queen to here. Probably also maybe like that in the future. Yeah, because like what if they just do that? I don't know. Like this game's got lots of interesting stuff going on right now. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. Well, I think like no matter what, we want to prevent that move. Did I just pre-move? That was like a completely accidental pre-move that served no purpose. Well, we could basically force you to swap here. I don't mind it, but what I would also like, to be honest with you, is what if we put a quick threat on right here? So this pawn, I mean, if this pawn falls apart, like the whole system starts to get put on trial. So now I'm like, let's get this knight out of here. Actually, maybe, now that I think about it, you might just follow it up with that. But at least, I was just going to say, at least it puts our bishop back in a safe position. And now I'm like, dude, yeah, push this. Oh, we got to be careful about that. But yeah, push this, because this is a very weak spot for our opponent. Doesn't scare me, I think. Doesn't scare me. Possibly should scare me. Does not scare me. We can take away the weapons from their attack. Like if they do this, take. Like they're going to put me in check at some point. It's going to suck, right? Actually, now that I think about it, I'm like, I think it already sucks. There are elements of suckage here. Let's put it that way. On the other hand, I'm like, send it, dude. If you got the stones, then send it. Of course, there is some worry, you know? Like, I do think we should take. And then they take. Try me. Maybe they have mate in one. The thing is, like, at the end of the day, we don't even have to take the pawn and give them a forcing move. If we wanted to, I don't know if we want to, for the record. If we wanted to, we could just move to the side. So if I move to the side and they take here, obviously we're watching out for this. If I take, I'm not feeling great. But we have this rook, obviously, right? Like, that's what I'm talking about, man. Unless I'm missing something, I think we live here. But I'm learning to live on the edge, okay? Now, here's the thing. I think we have a better position. We have a bishop versus a knight. We have a passed pawn. Technically, I guess they do too. Okay, so we knew this was coming, at which point we just hit him with the check. Now we just need to not get mated in one. Which obviously is about to happen. So what do? Well, if we go here, they can go here. Check. At which point, I fall back. And I don't think I'm mated. It's gonna suck. We're gonna feel like we're under pressure. But I don't think we're gonna be mated. It should matter where we go, to be honest. They can't take that anymore, though. So, like, I don't think we're gonna die. I think the attack will fizzle. Now I'm like, if I go here, they can't. Oh, they can definitely still take that and checkmate me. Yes, no doubt about that. Oh, but they can also go here. Okay. I might actually be mated. How about that? Now here, check. They get a bishop out of it. I don't know if they kill me, though. And time's getting a little tight. I think no matter what, we're kind of losing our bishop here. Yeah, don't do that. That one's the worst. That one's the worst. I think you've said it. That one's the worst. What about this? Check. Check. Honestly, you're going to laugh maybe. I think this is our way out. We lose the bishop, but maybe the king gets to safety right about here. Again, we don't have all the time in the world to crunch the numbers on this one. And our opponent does. These have been some fun games, though. Like, I've been having a good time with these. Okay, yes, we knew this was like a guarantee, essentially. Then probably, I'm guessing, knight takes. And then, honestly, I'm like, so we're up a little on material. I don't think I'm afraid. I think now I'm in the driver's seat. With 20 seconds left. Okay, well, things will start to move pretty quickly here then. I am worried about take, and then they have they have multiple, like, mate attempts here. Like, we can take the knight, but that's not good enough, right? Like, we need to do better. We need to get, like, here. What? I resign. Yeah, that, I don't know what I was thinking there. Not my best game, but again, a very entertaining one nonetheless. I really feel like, obviously, you know what? I finally relent to the idea that I need to be in a better position on time in the regular. Okay, so let's look at where we stand right around here. This is where things got off the even keel, okay? So they're up by a pawn. But analysis thinks it's pretty even. We're about a pawn up on position. We don't like this. You made a bad move. You made a worse move. They think they're up by about a piece right now. Wow, they thought king to f2 was the best move there. Very interesting. I don't know why. Pretty standard. They're like, okay, that was our misclick. So this game had it all. Okay, then they're like, hey, you're starting to pull it back here. You're still down by a piece. But look at that. Okay, best move. Best move. Best move. Best move. Best move. What are you doing? Best move. What are you doing? Best move. We were up by a rook right here. We had 3 minutes on the clock. Good move. Best move. Okay? We're up by 6 points. They're like, just take the pawn. Instead, we made a blunder that from that point onwards, the game was essentially, it looked lost. This is a mathematical draw, which would have been a serious improvement. We were making a lot of forced moves. They like our position again. They like it. They like it. They're like, don't do that. They're like, maybe just take the draw. Oh my God. This is like, you're still up, but you're in an endless check situation, and then with, 19 seconds on the clock, and they didn't even take the queen, which is very respectful. Instead, they're like mate in one for mercifulness. But anyway, thanks for watching. Again, we got ourselves into some good positions and threw them away, but I had a lot of fun regardless. If you enjoyed the chess videos, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.